Hi guys, it's so good to see you. I've missed you so much over the past couple days that we haven't had school. I've missed seeing you, playing with you, and doing all the things that we usually do at school. Calendar, singing and dancing together, and reading stories together. I miss those things so much that I was thinking, and then I had an idea. Why not make some videos for your mom and dad's phone of some of the things that we do together at school? If we can't be at school together doing calendar, then maybe I could make a video where we get to do calendar together every day. And if we can't sing and dance together at school, maybe we can sing and dance together in a video. Same with reading stories. If I can't read to you at school, I thought that maybe it would be fun if I read to you in a video instead. So that's what I decided to do. I'm going to make a video for every day that we don't have school. You can watch it in the mornings after you wake up, and it'll be like getting a little teeny tiny bit of school at home with you every day. How does that sound? Good? I think it sounds awesome. I'm so excited. It's one of our favorite Gross Motor songs. Are you ready? Alright. If I can dance here in my apartment, you can definitely dance with me at home. I bet you remember how this song goes.
Shake your sillies out.
We're gonna shake, shake, shake our sillies out. Shake, shake, shake our sillies out. Shake, shake, shake our sillies out. Wiggle our raggles away. We're gonna clap, clap, clap our crazies out. Clap, clap, clap our crazies out. Clap, clap, clap our crazies out. Wiggle our raggles away. We're gonna jump, jump, jump our jiggles out. Jump, jump, jump our jiggles out. Jump, jump, jump our jiggles out. Wiggle our waggles away. We're gonna jog, jog, jog our jitters out. Jog, jog, jog our jitters out. Jog, jog, jog our jitters out. Wiggle our waggles away. We're gonna stretch, stretch, stretch our stretchies out. Stretch, stretch, stretch our stretchies out. Stretch, stretch, stretch our stretchies out. Wiggle our waggles away. We're gonna yawn, yawn, yawn our yawnies out. Yawn, yawn our yawnies out. Yawn, yawn, yawn our yawnies out. Wiggle our waggles away.
Ready?
We're gonna shake, shake, shake our sillies out. Shake, shake, shake our sillies out. Shake, shake, shake our sillies out. Wiggle our waggles away. We're gonna clap, clap, clap our crazies out. Clap, clap, clap our crazies out. Clap, clap, clap our crazies out. Wiggle our waggles away. We're gonna jump, jump, jump our jiggles out. Jump, jump, jump our jiggles out. Jump, jump, jump our jiggles out. Wiggle our waggles away. We're gonna jog, jog, jog our jitters out. Jog, jog, jog our jitters out. Jog, jog, jog our jitters out. Wiggle our waggles away. We're gonna stretch, stretch, stretch our stretches out. Stretch, stretch, stretch our stretches out. Stretch, stretch, stretch our stretches out. Wiggle our waggles away. We're gonna yawn, yawn, yawn our yawnies out. Yawn, yawn our yawnies out.
Yawn, yawn,
Yawn our yawnies out. Wiggle our waggles away. Wiggle our waggles away.
That was awesome, everybody. Oh, I'm out of breath after that. Whew. I think we need to do some deep breathing. You go find a spot to sit down, and I'm going to bring the camera right back over here so we can try it this way, okay? Woo! That was some good gross motor time. All right, you have a variety of things that you can do for deep breaths. You can do butterfly breaths. You can do balloon breaths in your tummy. You can do big and tall deep breaths. Or you can just do our normal deep breathing where we clap and then we go up and out. I think that I'm going to do balloon breaths. Ready? I'm going to breathe in. Oh, make the balloon as big as you can. And breathe out. Feel it shrink. All right, now breathe in. Make the balloon in your tummy as big as you can. Breathe out. Feel it get smaller and smaller. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Let's do just one more, okay? Breathe in. And breathe out. Perfect. I thought that we could take a look at a story together next. I know that on our calendar, I drew a picture of our special washing machine from our kitchen when we were learning about how to take care of clothes. And here, I found a story that has something to do with clothes too, and a little bit about washing machines. It's called A Pocket for Corduroy. That's the title. And the author is a guy named Don Freeman. The title's right here. It tells us what the story is about. A Pocket for Corduroy. And the author is Don Freeman. I'm going to use my picture power to take a look at the cover and see what I think it tells us. I see a teddy bear. I see he's holding a piece of paper. I don't know what it says. Do you have any ideas for what it says? I don't know. I think we'll have to read the story and see. A Pocket for Corduroy by Don Freeman. Let's see. A pocket for corduroy. A pocket for corduroy. His overalls. The same overalls that he's wearing on the cover. Let's see. Late one summer afternoon, Lisa and her mother took their laundry to the laundromat. As always on such trips, Lisa brought her best friend, her toy bear, Corduroy. The laundromat was a very busy place at this hour. There were so many people there. Wait, I know why this story reminded me of our washing machine, because they go to a laundromat. Do you see the washing machines and the dryers that they're using in the story? Do you ever go to a laundromat with your mom and dad? What do you do there? I wonder if you wash clothes, if you get to put them in the machine yourself. Let's look at Lisa. Oh, she's holding Corduroy so nicely. I wonder what happens to them. Now, Corduroy, you sit right here and wait for me, said Lisa. I'm going to go help with our laundry. Corduroy waited patiently. Then he suddenly perked up his ears. Lisa's mother was saying, "Make sure you take everything out of your pockets, Lisa. You don't want your things to get all wet and soapy in the wash." Pockets? Said Corduroy to himself. I don't have a pocket. In his overalls, he doesn't even have a pocket. He looked down. It looks like he's looking at his pants. How does his face look? How do you think he's feeling? Maybe surprised because his mouth is open wide. Maybe a little sad. Corduroy slid off of his chair. I have to go find something to make a pocket out of, he asked, as he began to look around. First, he came to a pile of fancy towels and washcloths, but nothing was the right size or the right color. Then he saw a huge stack of colorful clothes inside of a laundry bag. There must be something in there to make a pocket out of, he said. Without hesitating, that means he didn't wait, he just jumped right in. Corduroy climbed inside the bag that was filled with pieces of wet clothes. The dampness didn't bother him in the least. Maybe it's a cave, he said happily. I've always wanted to live in a dark cave. When the time came for Lisa to go and fetch Corduroy, he was gone. Mommy, she exclaimed, Corduroy isn't here where I left him. I'm sorry, honey, said her mother, but the laundromat is going to close soon, and we have to go home. What do you think is going to happen next? Make a prediction for what you think is going to happen. Is Lisa going to go home without Corduroy? Is she going to stay? Let's check and see if your prediction was right. Lisa was sad and reluctant to leave without Corduroy. Reluctant means that she didn't want to go. But her mother insisted. "You can come back tomorrow," Lisa's mom said. "I'm sure he'll still be here." So they left. If you thought that they were going to leave, then your prediction was right. They had to go home because the laundromat was closing. But Corduroy is still there. Do you think they'll find him later? Let's read and see. As they left, a young man wearing an artist's beret, that's his special hat, was taking his laundry out of the bag. The same bag that Corduroy had climbed into. Before he knew it, Corduroy was being tossed, together with all the shirts, all the towels, inside of the dryer. But just as the artist was shutting the door, Corduroy fell onto the floor. "How in the thunder did that bear get mixed up with my things?" the artist wondered. Corduroy was damp all over. Said the artist. "I could help him by giving his overalls a good drying." He unbuttoned Corduroy's pants and put the overalls in the dryer to help him. Corduroy got dizzy as he watched all the clothes spin around and around and around. But the artist wanted to draw it. "This would make a painting," he said, as he started to draw all of the clothes. Finally, the wash stopped, and the man gathered all of his clothes. He helped Corduroy put on his pants. All at once, the manager of the laundromat called, "It's time to close! Everybody out!" It's time for them to leave. What will Corduroy do? Corduroy was gently placed back on top of the washing machine. "I wonder who that bear belongs to," the artist said. The artist left, and the laundromat was closed. As soon as the lights turned off, Corduroy started looking again. He still wanted to make a pocket for his pants. He was surprised to see something white glowing in the dark. "Maybe it's snow," he said. "I've always wanted to play in the snow." Do we know what this is? Have any of you seen that before? What's it called? Laundry detergent. It's called laundry detergent, my friends. It's what you put in to help make your clothes clean, like soap inside the wash. He tipped it over, and suddenly he was covered with soft, slippery soap flakes. Gradually, he slipped and slid. He said, "Whee! What fun! I've always wanted to ski down a mountainside." He landed paws first in an empty laundry basket. "Is this a cage?" he said, peeking through the bars. "I've never wanted to live inside a cage, like the zoo." But by now, Corduroy was sleepy and drowsy, and soon he fell asleep. Do you think Corduroy will ever get back to Lisa? When? We're going to have to read it and see. What do you think happens on the next page? I think it's going to be the next day, because Corduroy fell asleep, which tells me that it's nighttime. So I bet the next page is going to happen the next morning after the sun comes back up. Let's see. The next morning! I was right. Your prediction was correct. The next morning, the manager of the laundromat came to open the door. Lisa was waiting. I left something here yesterday," she said. "Can I come in and look for it?" "Certainly," said the manager. "My customers are always leaving things." Lisa was looking around and around, trying to find Corduroy. She looked under the chairs, she looked in the back of the washing machines, when suddenly the manager said, What did he find? He said, "Is this what you're looking for?" "Yes," said Lisa. "Yes, he's my best friend." Lisa came running. She reached in and she picked Corduroy out of the basket. "So this is where you've been, you little rascal," she said. "It's time I took you home. Lisa thanked the manager and ran out the door and down the street, holding Corduroy tightly in her arms. "I thought I told you to wait for me," she said. "Why did you wander away?" "I was looking for a pocket," Corduroy said. "My pants don't have one." "Oh, Corduroy, why didn't you tell me you wanted a pocket?" said Lisa, giving him an affectionate squeeze. That means that she squeezed him nice, like you would squeeze a teddy bear. The very next morning, Lisa sewed a pocket onto Corduroy's pants just for him. "Here's a card I made with your name on it, so you never get lost," Lisa said. "I've always wanted a purple pocket with my name inside," said Corduroy, and he and Lisa nuzzled noses. The end. Thank you for the story. Thank you very much. Woohoo! Oh, my friends, I love that story. It gets a little bit scary in the middle when Corduroy gets left alone without Lisa, but she's able to find him again. There are so many good words for clothes and cleaning that we find in that book. We see overalls, which is a type of pants with the straps on top. We hear the word pocket. We get to hear the word laundromat for places where people go to clean their clothes, to wash them and dry them. Can you say laundromat? Laundromat. That's where all the washing machines are. And we hear the word soap. That's right, for what people use to clean. Soap. Can I teach you another really fancy word? A good word for soap is detergent. Detergent. Can you say that with me? Detergent. Detergent. That's another word for the soap that you put in the washing machine. We'll take a look at that story later, my friends, and I'll ask you some other questions about it. But for right now, I actually want to talk to Mom and Dad for a second. So if you could tell Mom and Dad that I have something to say to them, you can pause the video or just take it to them and they'll figure it out. But go and tell them that I want to talk. All right. Moms and dads, you have a homework assignment from Mr. Zachary. Your activity that it would be amazing if you could do with your kids today is called story dictation. It's something that we work on all the time in class, and it really helps kids build literacy skills and understand the parts of a story. It's really easy. All you need is a pencil and a piece of paper. You can even do it on your phone if you don't have a pencil or paper. And all it is asking your kid to tell you a story. It can be a story about anything. It can be a real story, a fictional story, a story about a TV show, anything at all. And as they tell you, you are going to either use a pencil or your phone to write down the words that they say. And write their words verbatim. So exactly how they say it, that's how you write it down. And as you write it down, you can use different vocabulary words about stories to help them understand what they're saying. Ask them what the beginning of their story is. And then explain what the concept of beginning is. You know, that's how we start a story, that's how we pull our readers into the story and make it special. Explain the concept of the end of a story. That's when everything is done and when everything in the story wraps up and the characters are done with whatever they're trying to do. And as you write, if you're writing it out with a pencil, show them that you're writing it from left to right, that we write in the same direction that we read. Once you're done writing the story, you can take their finger and read it back to them using their finger. Sorry for the jump. The video ran longer than my phone had storage for. All I was going to say is that when the story is done, you can take your kid's finger and have them point to the words with you as you reread the story to them from left to right. So that way they get to know the direction of text that we read. They start understanding the difference between different words on the page. And you can talk to them about all the different characters in their story, how they're feeling, and ask them questions about why they chose to write that. You can either stop there, or then you can go out and you can read it together out loud and have the kids act out the story by pretending to be the different characters. They can pick a character to pretend to be, you can pick a character to pretend to be, and then as you act it out, really focus on having them express the emotions of the characters in their face. So, oh, you said this character is sad. How would you look if that happened? Show me your sad face. Or, oh, this character is in a fight. How would you look if you were fighting someone else? What would your face look like? What would you be feeling? Asking lots of those open-ended questions to try to get to the bottom of it. That way kids get practiced storytelling. getting to know the beginning, middle, and end of a story, talking about characters and their feelings and motivations, and they get to know the direction that text goes across a page. They get practice reading, they get to know the difference between words, and counting the different words on the page. So that would be a really good activity for you to do today with your kid, or any day. It's one of our favorite things to do in class. It was so good to see you guys, and I'm so excited to see you again tomorrow. Thank you so much for watching the video, and I hope that I see you guys again soon. I love you and I miss you. Bye!